Hey guys, it's the Chad, your C10 truck nerd. Today is the final video of the year, so I thought we'd do something a little bit different. By now, most of you guys know that I buy, sell, and flip a lot of parts to go through and support my truck habit, which has really gotten out of control lately. Well, during the first few months of excessive buying during the year, I decided, hey, why don't I go through and just show you guys how much junk I bring home in the remaining 9 months of the year. Spoiler alert, it's a lot. I mean, it's so much that some people have even said, I have a problem. Well, I can tell you I don't, but actually I probably do. Dang it. Well, over the past year, I've gone through and bought, sold, traded, and collected just a ton of truck parts. I had junk stacked up all over the place, no room to park anything, and I even got some complaints from a neighbor in the city, which wasn't really that cool. At first I thought, oh, you guys are just jealous of all my truck parts, and come to find out, they were not. Now, the good thing that came of that was it kept me motivated to keep selling these parts so I didn't become just a big old truck hoarder. Now, a lot of the parts that I got this year came from guys that had run out of money and just completely abandoned their projects. So if I have any advice for you guys, if money does get tight, don't freak out. Don't sell that truck off in a million pieces because you're not going to get anything out of it. What I do recommend is that you just stick it on the back burner for a while and see what happens. If you truly have a little bit of extra time, you can go through and start collecting and flipping parts to get you right back on track. But if you're not careful, it could just lead you down that deeper, darker rabbit hole. It's, I've been there. It kind of looks like this. Well, let me know if this has ever happened to you. I had a guy swing by earlier to pick up a few C10 parts, and the next thing I know, I'm back at his shop loading up the whole bed of my pickup, spending my whole paycheck. Now, I did get a bunch of good stuff, but I mean, this is starting to get out of control. Yep. Well, I got me some wheels and they're multiplying and I'm losing control. Foot loose. No. Grease? Grease. Now, can one ever buy too many GM truck rally wheels? Well, the city seems to think so. Kind of looks like I have a spring addiction now too. What is going on? Well, you guys know my motto. If one's good, then two's got to be excessive. So let's see what staying up late searching old face space will get a guy. Now, I really was looking for this bedside and heater box. Wasn't looking for any of this stuff, so I just went ahead and bought it. Why? Because I'm an idiot. But, I don't know, it's pretty good stuff. So here's a fun little story. About 6 months ago, one of my buddies, Tim, hollered at me and said, "Hey Chad, happen to have a passenger fender for a 69 to 72? And of course I did, so he came up and bought it and thought we were all good to go. Well, fast forward 6 months and he said, "Hey, ended up not needing it and I got some other parts that you might want." So I ran down there, bought the same fender back along with all of this stuff. So Tim, thanks a bunch, or I'm mad at you. I'm not sure which yet, but we got some pretty good stuff. Check it out. So I think we all know the saying, one man's junk is another man's treasure. Not so sure on this one, guys. But there are some salvageable parts. You know, that outer grill's good. Cowl, couple good fenders, some hood hinges, springs. This is a really good hood. Brand new shroud there. A junk gas tank. New liner for the glove box. There's a lot of stuff that I can just take directly to the scrapper and make $5s of dollars. So not a bad score. So check this out. This guy only used this one time and I bought it for less than half price. I mean, you could pay more, but why? Isn't that a Payless commercial? Anyway. So that should give you guys just a little taste of what I've been doing throughout the year. Now, I know watching it that may seem a little excessive, but it's really not that much work. Yeah, I spend a little bit of time and fuel to round up all these parts, but it usually doesn't take me very long to resell all this stuff for quite the profit. Now, I think the coolest thing that happened was I was able to go through and buy all of my trucks, stockpile a ton of parts for my other builds, just from the money that I made from flipping parts, so not a bad deal. But what do you guys think? Would it be worth your time and effort to go through and flip parts throughout the year? Let me know down in the old clickety-clack, and while you're there, hit that like button and subscribe, and don't forget to check out my other 67 to 72 videos. Well, I appreciate your time, and thanks for watching.